team. Get rid of that hero. It's got such a good win rate in the in-houses lately.
10 seconds
It's
remaining.
always had an amazing win rate in the in-houses. Like ever since Brexx started playing it, I don't know, 70 or 80 games ago.
And the Mars ban out for Tim. Belial's just shooting these bans out, actually.
I want to see a Belial draft where no reserve time is used at all. Like literally don't even touch the reserve time. I want to go through the whole draft as fast as possible. Oh, you know you can put reserve time penalties on. You know you can do draft penalties. Because I think in the lobby settings you can actually put on a draft penalty. I think there's a drop down. If you put it on max for both teams, so they have no reserve time. That could be quite a funny draft. Because you'd have to think really quick. Oh, this is quick already. Tiny, okay. Pause for tiny.
It's Drekkon drafting. Where's the picture?
Put it on. It's even in the right spot already. There you go.
Oh,
beautiful.
Very good.
Drekkon's actually banned Warlock, which is a rare thing to ban, but I actually quite like that. It's kind of a hero that we don't see a lot, but it is actually a much stronger hero than you would expect from how little it's picked. I mean, its win rate's phenomenal.
That's big brain drafting, banning the Warlock phase 1. What are they going to attempt with?
Why is Radiant banned? Like the Abaddon and Martyrs are the first 2 bans as well last draft, like the exact same.
It's a good question. Came from Belial's team as well, both times.
Belial's influence then.
I think he just sees Tim and he goes, get rid of Mars. He sees.
Well, yeah, but Tim was on Belial's team the last time. They were together. This is very odd.
Yeah, this is true. I'm very confused as to why the Mars is banned. Actually,
I don't know.
It's an unusual first ban. It's not on the stronger offlanes.
Yeah, but Tim has been hitting them spears apparently. I've heard that on the grapevine.
So Rubik and Lich, they're both quite squishy supports that come out on the Radiant. And that Dark Willow pick is actually very smart, because not only can you use that as a 5 or a 4, but Oli has a habit of taking that mid lane and he's very comfortable on it. So you don't know where that's going, so that is not much information that has been given by the Dire to the Radiant. I quite like that pick.
You can even do the same with Tiny. You can play Tiny 2, you can play Tiny 3. I mean, we don't see those heroes which can be in multiple roles as much as we used to. Like, a lot of the heroes that get picked these days, you know exactly where they're going. Like Rubik and Lich, no one is entertaining the idea of them in a position not 4 and 5. So you've really restricted your draft. So now all the bans are going to be, well, they're always cores actually. Who am I kidding? The bans are always cores anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
We're not very creative.
We'll just see the usual. I mean, we've got Void and Spectre being banned. We'll probably see. Well, we might not see the Kunkka ban actually, because Willow.
Anti-Mage will be banned probably. Gar Ranger.
Anti-Mage likely to be banned. Jug could be banned.
Slark sometimes.
Ursa and Troll are candidates as well.
Yeah, the Ursa did well that game. Which team would benefit from Ursa, if any? I don't think you want to pick Ursa into Lich. It's just my opinion.
No, and you don't want to pick him into Rubik as well, because Ursa has low damage anyway, and Rubik being in that lane makes it so hard, because you've got, what, 44 base damage on Ursa? You hit them with that Fade Bolt, that's going down 36. Not even the Quelling Blade can salvage that against most offlaners.
But it takes a percentage away now, not a flat amount on the Fade Bolt.
Yeah, but I think, obviously it was played in the other in-house, and I think it was 6 damage he lost.
I mean, yeah, you said he already hits barely at all, and he hits fast, but hitting fast is even worse if you've lost all your base damage. So
yeah, well, he only hits fast with Overpower, and obviously in the lane stage, it's not really what you're leveling.
Well, I think it's you, Max, actually, who I've seen take an earlier point of Overpower, unless I made that up, but you took...
Yes,
like...
no, I do that.
Okay, because you looked at Frawding last game, he actually was, at level 10, he still didn't have a rank of Overpower. He was a talent point 4041. So he really did not want it.
I quite like the Overpower, because it means that if you are going to go and farm, it allows you to do that much quicker. And also, in terms of that kill potential, if you've got a bit of lockdown in your lane already, that Overpower is just going to give you so much more damage. It's going to make those Fury Swipe stacks go up a lot quicker. And it just gives you that a little bit of more damage that you might need to claim some kills. Obviously, it's entirely lane dependent though. Does your partner provide the lockdown that you need? Because obviously sometimes you want to skill that Earthshock more, because that slow is going to increase by 10% each time.
Yes. Well, 6 fairly standard core bans, except we saw an Underlord ban instead of another POS one. And the Dire have chosen Sven, and if Drekkon is going to be playing it, then that makes a lot of sense, because he's pretty comfortable on the Sven.
Now, Lich is on the better supports against Sven, because obviously that ice armor is percentage based in terms of damage reduction. And with Sven's damage coming out, that frost armor actually is quite value, and the Sinister Gaze is obviously quite useful as well.
Yeah, it's 60% reduction of damage, and it can last up to 10 seconds.
Yes, yeah, it's a very strong spell. But I do think both of those Radiant supports, if this Sven gets online and gets an Axe, they're at real risk of being evaporated.
They are. Oh, another Tide Hunter. Fair enough. It's alright against Sven in the lane. Quite durable, easy anchor smashes. And by the way, we looked at this up last time, but Lich's spell used to be called Ice Armor, and now it's called Frost Shield. So they've literally changed both the words. That's why people use literally every combination of those 4 words, because no one ever knows. I was like, Frost Armor, Frost Shield, Ice Shield.
Frost Shield,
yeah,
yes.
it's actually Frost Shield, because they completely renamed it. I don't know why. I think because the Ice Armor that the Creep gives maybe was confusing.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna get changed again. It'll be like cold breastplate next or something.
Frozen cuirass or something.
Yeah, it'll be something unusual, just keeping the trend going.
I
do like this Tide Hunter pick against Sven though.
Yeah, same.
That Sven jumps in, you can Ravage, and then his team cannot back him up, and you've got this Sven who's going to overextend himself because of the Stormhammer range. It gives you a little bit of time to beat on him. And that Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell is going to keep you alive, but also other people. When you start stacking that Frost Shield damage reduction with that Anchor Smash, that really adds up. I still think those Radiant support heroes, they could have a very bad day.
They might do, depending on how fed the Sven gets. The one thing that's nice about Tide is that because Sven hits so hard, right, with the Ags, if he Stormhammers the Tide, he almost immediately purges the stun off because of the Kraken Shell. So Tide can just walk away straight away from the stun. That happens quite a lot on Tide.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that. I think the stun hits just before because obviously when you get an Axe, it auto attacks at the same time.
Yeah.
And the auto attack I think applies just after the stun. So it definitely gets purged. But I mean, what I was saying about the Radiant support heroes is it's not just the Sven you have to worry about. That Tiny, when it gets a blink, that's a lot of magic damage that's going to burst supports. You.
Oh,
and they're both squishy supports.
They are pretty squishy, yeah. I think Lich is especially vulnerable to being one shot. Wow, fast picks now. Juggernaut, okay. I like Juggernaut against Sven, to be honest. I think it's alright. Wait for him to stun, and you can always spin the stun. So it might hit you with the auto attack, but it's not going to stun you. And if you can get an ult on Sven, there's not a lot he can do, really. Just run around,
there isn't.
waiting to die.
I mean, obviously that Warcry is going to give you a little bit of armor to help, but I think the nice thing is that Juggernaut spin is going to help you a little bit in terms of this tiny initiation, in terms of sanking, in terms of Sven. If you can see any of them coming, that's going to give you the survivability you need.
I like Juggernaut a lot. Yeah, big fan of that hero. It's kind of boring in one aspect, Juggernaut, because he's just always been so good and he's just so straightforward. But at the same time, he's kind of flashy. I like it. All of his spells look cool. And they're quite big impact. So I like Jug. Always been a fan of Jug.
Yeah, he's a good hero. I don't think he's going to have any kill potential in this lane.
What do you think the lane is going to be?
The sanking. I think it's going to be a sanking tiny lane we're going to see top.
Double melee, okay.
Obviously, that sanking is always going to have burrow strike up, so should you spin on that sanking, you can just burrow strike into trees and you're going to catch him. I think tiny is going to be the kill. Or if they can get the frost shield spin combo off, that frost shield's going to slow and allow that juggernaut to catch up. And that tiny could have a rough lane, but the sanking, he should be relatively fine in terms of that spin. He will be a bit vulnerable to Lich though, should they buy enough sentries.
Yes, that is true. Well, it's all about buying sentries in the any lane against Sand King, especially if he wants to go the Sandstorm build and level it up a bit.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, half the battle against Sand King is seeing him.
Yeah, exactly. I remember a lane combo, which I think, was I playing with Oli? I was in his game, but not in his lane. And we discovered that Sand King Zeus is quite a good lane, because Zeus just can detect all the sentries with lightning bolts. You can never have a sentry against the Sand King, and then he's free to Sandstorm all he wants.
I always, when I know that they've rewarded a sentry, I always just buy dust instead, and then just go on. And then it usually ends up with a kill.
Yeah, if you want to go all in on the Sand King, definitely dust is good. Yeah.
Interestingly, the Dire have banned 2 magic damage heavy heroes in a Morph and a Viper. Whilst the Radiant have gone for Kunkka, which is a target ban Oli.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, a Necro, and I'm not sure why, because Necro is... I guess he's quite good against the Jug, but Rubik quite likes a Necro in his game.
I don't feel like Rubik would have been that good for the Dire. Like, Rubik is... I don't feel like it's countering Lich Rubik. Like, Necrophos is not counting Rubik, Lich, or Juggernaut particularly. It's alright against Tidehunter, I guess. It's good against those big strength heroes you can assassinate. You're not going to get it on Jug.
The only thing it does do is the Ghost Shroud can tank the Omni.
Yes,
Magnus,
that's true. Okay, that's
that
right.
Magnus RP could be game winning.
Could.
If you get that RP off of that lineup, not only have you got an empowered Omni Slash coming off, but you got a Lich Ult, and then you have a Tide Ravage to keep them in place.
AoE, boys. But the Dire, we can't underestimate their team fight because you've got the Tiny Stun and the Sven Stun, Dark Willow Fear, and the Sand King engaged. So both teams have a lot of team fight potential. It's just a matter, in my opinion, of who gets what off first.
Yeah, and I think whilst the Magnus combo is a dream on paper, the issue we're going to see with it is that Sven's going to be really far on the front lines with the Tiny jumping on someone else. The Sand King's going to be somewhere around that place too, but this Willow's going to be further back with that Terrorize. Has the opportunity to break apart any combo you do.
Dazzle last pick. Have you ever seen a 10th pick Dazzle before?
So that'll be pos 5 with Willow going mid.
Yeah, I guess that's it then. They've decided to swap Willow into mid. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like we said earlier. Yeah, you see all these picked up the Willow. It's like we were talking about at the beginning when that Willow's picked. That could go mid as easily as support.
Well, it did. So fair enough. Dazzle makes sense, actually. It's pretty good against Juggernaut. It's good if you get caught in the Tidehunter role or the Magnus ult and Dazzle isn't, then you can definitely keep someone alive. So it's got potential here, Dazzle. I think Dazzle doesn't bring any minus armor, or does he still? I can't remember if it's yes or no.
Yes, he does. His Bad Juju, his ultimate, not only does that reduce your cooldown, but every time he casts a spell, it reduces the armor of everyone around.
Ah, right, that's how it does work. And minus armor is alright for Sven. In fact, the most of their team are magic damage, very heavy magic damage. But always helps for the Sven. Alright, this should be good. I like the drafts a lot.
Hopefully it's not Stompy. I don't think it would be.
There's tons of crowd control on either team, so... And I feel like if you've got good team fight, you can always come back, no matter what, because you just have the opportunity to get a really good team fight off. Whereas when you were the Dire team last game, I know the game was a bit unbalanced, but if you don't have good team fight, then it's very hard to come back, because you just can't win a fight.
Dire has the most snowball ability. If this game is going to be a stomp, Dire's going to stomp it. However, that's just because Juggernaut kind of needs farm before he comes online. So he's never going to be strong enough just to charge down at 20 minutes to end the game. Magnus could, but I don't think that Magnus and Tide will have enough damage, considering there's a Dazzle and a Willow to break that apart, to do so. I think Radiant are going to become quite strong when they've got a bit of farm in the mid game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't underestimate a really good Magnus player. So Jack's playing it, and Magnus has the potential to get the most farm in the game. I think there's very few cores in mid who can farm as well as Magnus, like have the potential to farm. So if he gets a perfect lane, he's going to be pretty fed.
Yeah, and this Willow is not going to contest him for last hits. I mean,
no, not in last hits.
You can see this. Magnus already has more base damage. On top of that, he's got a Quelling Blade, I think 15, and then he's going to empower himself. And there's not much the Willow could do about it.
Maybe look for a kill, that's all.
Yeah, but even then, the Willow's going to have to reach level 6 to really do so.
Yes. I don't know how much he'll harass the Magnus. Probably. I think Willow may struggle a bit in this lane, but you never know. Ranged against melee. Wow, Frawding goes very early with the spin. Decayer's going to tank a little bit. Okay, they've got the Lich Juggernaut combo, so that's like the frozen spin. Triple bounty for the Radiant, they're happy with that. It's a good start for them.
What have you got? You've got an early Ring of Basilius Rush on that Dazzle in this top lane.
That's not right.
Okay. Does Sven need that much mana regen? Or is it just for
I don't
yourself?
think Sven is. I mean, if Sven maxes Stormhammer, that's quite a lot of damage they can put out. But I think it's more for the Dazzle, if I'm honest.
Just keep using Poison Touch, I guess.
I would have thought you'd go for
Being annoying.
instead Blightstone. Do you not think? On Dazzle, that's pretty famous
Yeah, I
because
mean,
Poison Touch is physical damage.
Poison Touch is physical, yeah, it is quite good. And obviously Sven does a lot of physical damage as well.
Oh, right-clicking
Zokn's going
xokn.
to take quite a bit of damage to this.
Oh. Poison Touch refreshing is just
Oh.
absolutely brutal.
Decayer has pulled the creeps already.
Oh yes,
Oh.
very nice. It's a high-level play. That's the sort of thing you learn at
Whoa.
Dota University, of course. They are legit. They are obsessed with pulling creeps. I'm pretty sure these Herald ones who can't even last it know how to pull creeps perfectly. It's like the one skill they absolutely like practice so much. I mean, even I could learn from them, honestly. It's
like
all
a
about
drill
pulling.
set-
It is.
set
It's
session.
all about pulling. All about pulling.
Wow.
I mean, it's a good skill, to be honest. It's the one thing I'm not good at because I'm always in the mid lane. You don't need to pull anything.
True.
I'm very bad at pulling, honestly. I never remember to do it, or I don't do it properly, or I don't contest it. Something I need to like actually focus on. Oh, a nice cheeky last hit with the crit on the Juggernaut. He's going to be happy with that. Let's show the last hit stats. Ollie's doing alright. 6 denies on Ollie mid.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised how he managed to do that, because this Magnus, with this Empower, has Magnus used Empower actually? He's on full mana.
I don't know.
haven't seen him.
He should spam it. It's only
doesn't have
60
it
mana.
active.
45 at rank 1, 60 at rank 2.
He is missing out on a lot of damage.
Yeah, maybe he thinks he doesn't need it. Decayer, just as a combo onto DoKn. Look, takes DoKn to half HP. I guess that's all of Tiny's mana though, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
runs back in for a cheeky auto attack. He's gone that Tiny build, boots, tangos. Wow, Frawding is crawling away on low HP. He's got to be careful. He just mango spins, but Decayer's like, I'm going to right click you. Ballsy.
This Sand King has gone for the Caustic Finale Sandstorm build, which means there is no Burrow Strike. But
No
that's
Burrow
hard
Strike?
For the Jug to more. Yeah, it's hard for the Jug to man up to, but there's no save for him if they get that Spin Frost Shield combo off.
Oh, yeah, he can't run away. I guess he can just hide in the invis and hope that he can't be found. What is going on? Jack's looking to bring Ollie under the tower, doesn't quite find it. Taking a lot of damage. He's really struggling. That's
Let's
Jack.
just brought out 2 sentries ready for the Sand King. So
Ooh, okay.
Tim's currently holding this 3rd point. He's got his level, so which I think is quite smart, because he might need to skill Burrow Strike should they go on him.
I like holding points. I always think it's like quite a big brain play.
Yes, use it when you need it, and he has indeed gone for the Burrow Strike, so he's got a bit more survivability.
I would do it on Sven as well. Like, I wouldn't level up Warcry until you actually need to Warcry. Otherwise, you might as well hold the point and get more cleave. I don't feel like he's going to need the Warcry. How much speed does it give? 8% speed. 6 armor? It's alright, I guess. Not too bad.
Well, Magnus has started using Empower now, and Dark Willow has not got another deny since then.
Well, there you go. Magnus on the comeback. I want to see which lane's going to have first blood. I don't want to miss it. No T-Tours here.
Oh, the damage on Jack.
Oh, it's going to be Decayer dying bot. First blood. And DoKn will claim the kill with a cheeky right click.
Yeah,
Or-
it's as we talked about at the end of that draft phase, that Spin Frost Shield combo, you just can't run away from it.
Oh.
GG called. Whoops. He said it, he wanted to say it because Tim got a
Yes.
deny.
And to be fair, he doesn't really play. This is his second in-house game, so probably
Maybe he hasn't
forget
lobbied in
the
a while,
lobby.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole game suddenly ending. He's like, wait, what? It's quite funny when that happens.
Cause Armageddon.
Everyone's like, wait, what? Why are we called GG?
So how did you lose that in house? Well, I tried to BM, and
Just called the game.
Arms for the dead.
I almost feel
Tim did get a point
Zokn
call
is
stick.
actually doing very
Stun.
well.
Oh, he always does.
Where's the
really well in
Zokken?
offlane,
Zokken
usually.
tied. Yeah, he's top
Yeah.
on last hits. Why is he so good at farming? It's the one thing he does the best out of every offlaner. Farm. Don't know how he does it, but maybe he just really prioritizes those last hits, makes it his focus.
Yeah, this Sven hasn't. I mean, you see this Sven has still got all of his regen. He's not really been taking any harassment from the Tide, but I think Tide's just quite happy to sit there, soak up as much farm as need be, and I guess time will tell whether that'll bite him on the arse if this Sven becomes out of control. But for now,
he's gonna be okay. A lot of damage coming out from Fade Bolt. Even rank 2 Fade Bolt, 175 damage. It's quite a lot. Straight into the Sven's face, but he's got a ton of regen as we talked about. He's going to be fine. Only 1 kill in 6 minutes. What's the next power rune? Does Oli find it? He does. Invis rune. Oli has a bottle. Bottle, double null, and 2 fairy fires, and level 6. He's fighting nearly level 7. He is going top lane, but they may already get a kill in Drekkon. I think they will. Nope. Warcry. Heal from Brexx. Brexx got 2 points poison touch. Drekkon is pretty fast. Belial's being chased down. Poison touch. One more attack and it gets refreshed. Nope. Can't be found. But then Oli's here. Oh, he finds the root on Rubik. Cheeky kill with the Shadow Realm. Is he going to pop his ult? Yep. Now xokn's going to go down. Kraken Shell, not going to save you. Double kill for Oli. Nice rotation. Time for Jack to get a little bit of farm. Jack really needs to be hitting the jungle as much as he can. You don't want to be smacking the tower. You want to be in the jungle.
Oh, Tim, bottom.
Oh, let's have a look.
The chains, they use the chains.
Tim, he's invis. DoKn doesn't
Oh,
have any
no.
detection. Yes, he does. There is
Oh,
a sentry there. He has to break his own sandstorm. One more auto attack and he's dead. He used the wand. Another right click. xokn, he has no mana. He might actually get out here. He's got the stun. Yeah, little stun over. Now he's like, I'm going to hide in here. He's got Quelling Blade. Oh no, he's trying. He's using tangos as well. He's got another Quelling Blade. What is going on? Here comes another spin, but they don't find him. And Tim's actually fine. And xokn, he is far under the tower. Does Decayer know that? In fact, he does the combo on frawding. He actually nearly kills frawding. Decayer, beast. But it wasn't enough. Now the healing ward is up. Tim, he's ready for the stun, but it is a very, very, very short range. Is he going to get it? Yes, he is, because Decayer, great block. Decayer has played Tiny so well this game. I'm just amazed by his play on Tiny. We don't see him on POS 4 that often. He's usually a POS 3, so I has played a little bit of POS 4. But yeah, fantastic play. Oli, Bedlam,
Magnus
actually
does have
finds the
RP
kill
now.
with the max rank Shadow Realm. How much damage does it do? 360 damage. What a cheeky kill there. He does go for the RP, even though he gets stunned by the Cursed Crown. I think he's still going to kill him. No, he's not. Because Oli just goes for Terrorize. Because Terrorize, I don't know what the delay is when you can't use... I guess you can't use Terrorize while Bedlam's up, but can you use it straight after?
Yeah, you can. It's just you can't use one while the other's active.
Oh, wow. It's pretty good.
I think there's a slight delay between like using them, and I think it's purely so that you can't fear someone and then just run along with your ult. It's basically the reason it exists.
It's weird that Willow literally gets 2 ultimates. Like, no one else gets that. It's literally 2 ultimates. It's not one or the other. It's 2 ultimates.
It is very odd.
It's
because,
just
I mean,
ridiculous.
Bedlam on its own would be a strong ult. Terrorize would also be a fairly strong ult on its own.
They're both good.
Together.
They're both insane ults, honestly. Alright, Phase Boot Sven. That's Drekkon's choice. We see a lot of preference on that one. Some people swear by treads just for the raw stats it gives and for the int treads. And some Svens like to get that extra bit of armor and move speed.
I know I personally sit in the treads camp because it means I can hit creeps quicker. But phase boots, obviously, if you want to do a bit of fighting earlier, that move speed and that ability to phase through creeps is useful. I think with the introduction of Ags, it's a lot less necessary than it used to be.
Yeah, I like both actually. I'm a big fan of both. I don't mind. I think I would still be a treads because I like to swap int treads a lot, and Sven has quite a lot of mana problems, so swapping int before you do a stun in your ult I think is worth it. Well, they telekinesis Drekkon. I don't think they can kill him. A bit ambitious. I mean, we've gone phase Tidehunter. You don't see that too often, do you? Can be fun. More damage on the Anchor Smash and a bit of move speed, a bit of armor, which Tide really lacks, but you do struggle with mana if you don't go Soul Ring.
Yeah, I mean, now once he ults and gushes, that's half his mana pool gone. And the thing is he's lost the ability to turn that Buckler into Greaves now as well.
He has
So
indeed.
it's
Oh, a lot of
interesting
Dire Heroes top. Ollie's going to find a courier, but he's not going for the courier. He's going for the kill. Cheeky little kill. Ollie is already 4-0. He has had a good streak of mid lanes, hasn't he? Absolutely
indeed.
insane. But we've got a hasted Magnus. He's going to find Oli, walk straight into him. He's hitting him. He does have Empower. Cursed Crown is going up. Okay, he's just going to run away. Actually, doesn't want to fight that. I think I saw... What kill did I see? DoKn getting a kill on Tim. Are those the only
DoKn's
kills so far? Yeah, DoKn's got the only kills on his team.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this bot lane, there's sentries everywhere. There's from both the Radiant and the
there's
Dire,
so
just
many.
littered.
There's 5 sentries in bot lane, honestly. That is a lot of sentries.
The Sand King effect, and they're all just out of range
I
of each other as
know.
well.
Oh, it's
I know.
perfect. It's actually perfect. That's amazing. Look at that.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, these two are my favourite. Look how close they are. They're like right on top of each
I
other.
know.
If I zoom in, I want to like zoom in on that line. It's so close. Oh, you can't see it in this mode.
Middle tower is under attack.
So
Ah,
it's like they've
beautiful.
made a checkered line of sentries, divided up the territory.
I mean, he has gone max Sandstorm, so you definitely need to try and reveal him. Because otherwise he's doing a lot of damage to you, and
I mean,
You can't
DoKn's
see him.
just grabbed that Observer Sentry in the top left of the lane as well, so he's asserted dominance.
look at all the jungle spirits. There's so many.
Battle Pass.
Oh, he's
things.
he's going back. Oh, he's taking so much damage from the Sandstorm. Look at Frawding. He is low,
He's coming
dodges
in
the
with
stun.
Blink Dagger.
He needs to use his ult quick Frawding, or he may be in trouble. Decayer, he finds an easy kill. Oli's now trying to go on Frawding. Frawding doesn't have his ult. Does have a stick though. Too much damage from Oli. Oh, straight into a bramble. He's going to go down. Jack is here. Doesn't ult.
Decayer got that kill.
Decayer's just lobbing him away. Yeah, Decayer did a great combo. Managed to find DoKn. Honestly, at the moment, I know Oli has played so well, and so has everyone on the Dire team at the moment. But I actually think Decayer is the MVP for the first 12 minutes anyway. Some great plays.
Yeah, the amount of pressure that he's put on this Jug compared to this Sven is quite noticeable.
Oh, hey, Akuma, thanks for the follow.
Because I mean, you see the Jug at the moment, he's actually made pretty good progress towards the Battle Fury, given the pressure he was under.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Sven's going for an Echo Saber, so actually we might see this Jug.
Can we bring down Decayer? We've missed the skewer. There is a TP in. So much damage from the Magnus, just going to chop him down.
The career.
Oh, no, he actually didn't save it. Tim, you're in trouble. Oh, there goes the sentry. Do we still have RP? Yes, we do. In fact, Tim finds a kill. Jack, just use the RP. Use the RP. He doesn't use the RP. Actually doesn't need to in the end, but I feel like I would have just done it. That is some actual greed there. But fair play. I mean, what level is the Magnus? Level 12. Oli is level 10. You know, Oli is 4-0, and yet the Magnus is ahead on net worth and in kills. Let's just have a look at the last hits. Look at Oli, 69, 113 on Magnus. I mean, that is the Magnus effect, right? It's so good at farming.
Yeah, creeps just give more gold and more XP. I mean, you're seeing with this Willow when they're picking up the kills.
Yeah.
It's not the only one in XP radius, and it adds up. Obviously, the advantage of getting kills is though you will reduce the farm of the people you are killing. So relatively, your farm goes up. But when the Magnus is there, just kind of free farming,
Yes,
it
indeed.
starts to look a bit scary.
Does anyone remember the game where Tidehunter player maxed Gush first? I can't remember who it was. It was a long time ago. Or not fairly long ago.
I think so.
And it was a really weird... I was really surprised. I was like, Max Gush? Honestly. Oh, Oli just blinks straight in. Look, they're like, what can we do? We can't see him. But it's not enough damage to the three of them. xokn then returns with the ultimate. They really want to kill Oli, and they will find him. Great ult from xokn. I mean, Oli, that's just a little bit too greedy. Look at that. 4 Radiant Heroes top. Not only do they kill Oli, which is a 4-time streak going to Jack, who's already got his Echo Saber, but we also find a kill on Brexx. Now Magnus is, firmly at the top of the board.
Sven's picked up his Echo Saber and started already on his Ags though. While they all TP'd top, he's rotated to bottom to fit his tier 1, which is a smart move.
Yeah, good play by Drekkon. He's got no life still, which is always a bit sad on Sven, I find. Like, maybe he'd pick up a Morbid Mask, 900 golds. Just quite nice to have on a hero who hits so hard.
Yeah, I like to build the Mask of Madness and dismantle it into the Echo because you do get that boost.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, Decayer! Decayer literally... was that literally a Juggernaut one-shot? I mean, Tim threw in the Veil, which was funny. That's a good
with
combo.
Veil, it does a lot of magic damage.
Tim's not even the one with Blink. Tim and... well, Tim and Tim. But Tim and Decayer both were in the off lane together, right? But the Pos 4 got the Blink first. Tim went for a Veil. Tim just pops the Veil and goes, go on, Tiny. Enjoy the kill. I mean, that's not good when you're being killed by a POS 4 and you're the POS 1. And he's the same level as him. Decayer, he's getting my MVP, but I think no matter what. Such huge, tiny plays. In fact, that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it?
Huge, tiny plays.
Yeah, huge, tiny. Maybe his name should change to Huge when he gets enough of his ult.
I think it's
Like
like
tiny
Little
medium.
John, isn't it? It's
Oh, yeah.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
No, his actual hero name changes. It's Tiny, then it's Medium. And then it's Large when he's maxed out Grow.
tiny, less tiny, not so tiny.
Be good. Right, this is the problem with Dark Willow, and I think Oli's discovering it, right? It's not good at farming. Dark Willow cannot farm. It's like playing Silencer mid. It's like playing Skywrath mid. You have to kill. There's a bit of a fight going on bot lane. Decayer, he is completely trapped, and the Radiant will find yet another kill. Jack. Oh my god, did you see the range in which he went in? But he's not going to find the RP. He cancels it. Drekkon is here, though. Got the Echo Saber slow. Frawding. Is Frawding going to go into his ult? No, too many creeps nearby. Just going to spin away the creeps. This is all 5 Radiant heroes bot. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way.
Belial's got the Stolen Avalanche, which combined with Arcane Supremacy, that's going to throw out a lot of damage, actually.
Wait, how does that work? Because Avalanche stuns, but it like stuns in little intervals, so I wonder how that works.
Each mini stun is going to increase by, what, 16%? And the spell damage for each interval is going to increase by 14%.
Okay.
We'll see how that works.
So you're almost perma-stun by it, rather than like lots of mini-stuns. It's like a proper perma-stun. And the last tick is a little bit more.
I mean, you'll still have those little gaps in. So you can probably still get things like Yules off in between.
Oh, very good. Your chat.
I know, I'm reading it now.
I like that. I like it.
A small medium at large. That is subtle, I like that. He's too clever for me, that guy. He's too clever.
Yep.
We like that here in Britain. He's an NA. Got to give him credit. Oh, the Sinister Gaze. RP finds 2. Avalanche on top. There goes the Shockwave. Do they have enough damage? Using Skid, they've used everything possible. Tim, he's going to go down. Yeah, another great play from the Radiant. I mean, they are going around as a unit, aren't they? It's not a Magnus looking for solo pickoffs. It is, we are just running around. Where's Frawding?
Did GG well played again?
What? Why did he do that?
Yeah.
This is his second in-house, so fair enough. We'll give him that.
Give him the benefit of the day.
Yeah, but he does it
Your
one more time and he's disqualified. Yeah, be careful, Frawding. You're on thin ice.
See, this Dazzle's going a Glimmercape first, which in theory is a good Dazzle line because of the actual downtime on it's very low because bad Juju, but the Radiant are already carrying so much detection because they're Sang.
Oh, Oli, just being deleted. Again, look, it's a gank squad. It's never just one hero, it is a gank squad. The Radiant have fully committed to the pain train, but yet somehow the Dire are still ahead on net worth. This is a really close game. It's 10 kills to 9 kills. Sven is a lot ahead of the Juggernaut. I'm surprised he's so far ahead. It's 0-0-2 versus 0-2-2. What are the last hits like? Where's Sven? Sven is quite a lot more, about 60 last hits more.
Well, I think it's because this Juggernaut has just picked up this Battle Fury, so he hasn't really got the chance to farm with it. And the fact that the Dire, whilst they've been losing a few of the recent fights, they have managed to pick off this Jug. And by doing so, it's delayed this Battle Fury to about 90 minutes, and then Jug's still not going to farm as quickly as this Sven.
Yeah, he won't, but he'll farm pretty fast with the Battle Fury. Although Sven is going to get more and more out of control. He did pick up a Morbid Mask, as I was saying. And now he is, 1,500 gold to Axe? Not too far away, actually. And then BKB, and it's a standard build after that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with the Juggernaut going the Battle Fury is that's going to make it a long time until this Omni Slash does the damage you want it to do. He's going to have a few items now to give him that attack speed and that damage. Because obviously the Empower only affects your base damage, so all that Battle Fury damage isn't going to get amped by it.
True.
You can see he's got queued up a Manta, which is going to solve some of his issues. It's going to give him a bit of Agi that's going to get buffed by the Empower. It's going to give him some attack speed, some move speed. But I don't know how he's going to fare in general when this Sven comes out with this axe, because you can Omni this Sven, but that Sven can always just Stormhammer someone and then he's invulnerable.
Well, you're going to have to wait for the Stormhammer. There's a 7-second downtime on Stormhammer with the level 20 talent. So that's enough time to get a full Omni. So you're going to have to be pretty patient.
100%. Although I have a feeling they're going to save it until this RP comes in.
Yeah, and then just go straight on top of all of them.
Obviously, though, there is the dazzle of this grave, so having one person, tank this Omni is good. And actually, the Dire team is quite good at avoiding the Omni. Sankin can go invisible. I mean, Dark Willow can go into Shadow Realm. Sven can Storm Ags and you can grave someone. So as a team, they're pretty good against the Juggernaut Omni.
They are reasonably good. They've, like you said, lots of ways to counter it. I thought Dazzle's Aghanims used to be AoE Shallow Grave. Was that a thing at a time? Now it's when you cast an ability, you do an attack.
Yes, I think that was changed earlier this year, I think, actually.
That's a really strange ability for Dazzle, because you have to commit a full Aghanims just to do auto attacks. When you cast a spell, that doesn't seem worth it. His spells don't have that short cooldowns. It just doesn't seem worth it.
It's very bizarre. It's almost like a core Dazzle item if you're going mid-Dazzle building stuff like Dessa and all that. And I guess I can't figure out.
But even then, that doesn't seem worth it to me. I guess against Illusion, if you're a core Dazzle, which already is rare enough, and you're against a heavy Illusion lineup, then it's perfect.
I guess it means you can keep this Poison Touch going on multiple people at once because you're hitting in an AoE.
Yes, okay.
I guess that's the thinking behind it. Is you pick this up, you Poison Touch a group, and then you cast some spells, and this auto attack's going to come out and refresh that duration. But whether it's worth the 4,200 gold, I'm a bit skeptical.
Yeah, I'm very skeptical of that. We're not going to see it from Brexx anyway. That is for sure. Well, who are we still waiting on is Belial, and the Nepalese government shut him down again.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I think actually from Brexx, what we are going to see is Glimmercape come out. It's currently on the courier.
Yeah. You did talk about the Glimmer before. Usually, I think Glimmer is fine, even if they have a lot of detection, on the basis that you're trying to counter magic damage. But most of the damage that's coming out from the Radiant at the moment has been the Magna smacking you in the face and the Juggernaut Omni. You're not really going to stop those two abilities. So, it's difficult. Maybe Force Staff works a little bit better.
Force Staff would have been a good item. Even a Halberd could be good against that.
Eventually. I think you have to pick up...
Obviously, you're not going to afford that very quickly on a Dazzle.
You're going to have to pick up one of those first, Glimmer or Force. Because Halberd took a 400 gold nerf in the last patch. So...
I mean, what's not the worst item in the world as well as something like a Yule's. If you have vision, then if that tide blinks in...
Oh, they're blinking in. A lot of damage going in.
Oh my god.
And Frawding gets immediately killed. I think he gets mid-air stunned by Tim. Decayer and Timbernaut, the two Tims. Terror of two Tims. There we go. Title done.
Terror of two Tims.
And they do get the tower. Oh, that bot glyph. They're going to get a deny as well. Lots of gold. Frawding has really struggled. He's just been one-shot over and over by these combos. It's 10 all now. 10 all-in kills. And what is the net worth? Pretty much exactly the same. There's a slight 1k lead for the Dire. So you couldn't get a closer game. Unlike the last game, which was a little bit one-sided. This is pretty much perfectly even. Decay's gone straight in again, but he can't see Rubik because Belial, he is hidden. And now he's taken the avalanche as well. Out comes the Sinister Gaze, doing a lot of damage to Decay, but Nice Fear goes out. Doesn't matter. They're going to get the kill. They need to be careful now. They've lost Decay. He went in, but there wasn't the follow-up. Or maybe he thought he'd get a combo onto Belial, but Belial was holding Sandstorm, a really clever spell to have. Glimmercape on Dazzle. He's actually going to get away with it. So it's already saved him, Glimmercape. He sits to dig. That is a risky place to dig up.
With the creep.
I mean, I know you want to shovel, but I mean, calm down. Go to your tower first. Glimmercape on xokn as well. So
Oli has just given away that they've got to warden that cliff blow by...
Oh no, sorry, DoKn. Wrong Ocken. Oh yeah, true, he did fire a Shadow Realm attack. I wonder if Oli will go Ags. Nope, he's going Kaya and Yasha. Of course he is, because that is Oli's item. No Scythe. Not yet, anyway. No Scythe and no Aghanims. Kaya and Yasha. Good old Oli. this game's gone a bit passive again now. Sven farming, Magnus farming,
Look
Juggernaut
out.
farming. Someone drew a heart on the map, but like 2 separate players.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very cute. Who is that? Jack
It was
and
both blues.
Jack and xokn.
Decayer.
Oh,
Oh, it's not Decayer. I don't know because the blues.
oh, it
look
was 2
really-
separate. Oh, they accidentally made a heart.
I think so. I don't
Oh,
know. I
Tim's
mean,
broken the
blues are
smoke.
Very close.
Tim, that is a great place to be. You've just, I think he just saw them as well. So Tim broke the entire smoke. But they're still going to find Drekkon. Oh no, Drekkon. RP, he probably could have countered it with Skewer, but oh well, RP has been committed. Avalanche from Rubik, Sinister Gaze. Jack is on a mega kill, level 18 Magnus. Let's have a look at the player levels. He is 3 levels ahead of everyone. So that's max rank RP, going up to 3.75 seconds stun. It's pretty deadly. He's almost got Daedalus. Daedalus Echo Saber. Whoa.
Yeah, he is gonna hit hard.
Huh.
If he gets on top of that Willow, the survivability is not good, because even if you do Shadow Realm, if you've been involved in that RP, that Cleave's not gonna care that you're untargetable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't even need to be the primary target to die here. Tim, you've got to be careful. Do they know? No, they don't have vision of him. And Tim doesn't have vision of them either. Turns up, Sinister Gaze. DoKn with the Sinister Gaze. They have been on point. Look how much stun they have for Tim. And then Frawding's like, oh, sup? Little right click there. xokn, he purges off a bit of the tiny stun. He's going to be fine. He's got Vlad's. Phase boots Vlad's on this tide. I mean, you've got Magnus and Juggernaut on your team. Not a bad idea, right? You've got 2 sort of melee cores. xokn's chasing Brexx. He's trying to juke, but he doesn't last long. Full Omni Slash committed. Okay, he's not going to get a TP out. They have enough crowd control. Full Omni was an interesting committal.
You're joking. He's not.
Brexx is
away.
definitely dead. Nah,
Yeah.
Karen, come on.
Jesus.
That,
Jeez, I
that
don't
full
know. You never
Omni,
know. You never know.
that full Omni was a very interesting move.
It was. It was. If Brexx did get away, I would have just stopped casting right there. I would say that's it, guys. Sorry. Thanks for watching.
Ollie's exploring the corners of the world.
He is. They're trying to find him as well. Playing a little Marco Polo game in the bot lane, but he's going to TP out. He TP's to the shrine, so it does take his time. But he's going to be alright. Look how depressing his farming is, Dark Willow. All he's got is right clicks.
Somehow, though, getting more farm in this Battle Fury joke.
He's got more net worth. He's not got more CS. He's just got a few kills carrying him. But Jug will catch up soon. And he's not that far behind Sven. Only 2,000 golds. Or 1,500. It could be a lot worse, to be honest.
I think what's interesting is we've seen xokn, obviously at the laning stage, had the most last hits. He's now dropped down the net a bit as the game's turned into more of a free-flowing style. And everybody's kind of gone into the jungle, occasionally skirmishing around the river and the lanes. I think xokn's not quite managed to keep it as far, although he has just got a blink dagger out, which is going to be big for him. They now have 2 forms of initiation or counter initiation, blink daggers on both the mag and the tide.
Smoke on the Radiant. They have drawn an arrow. Wait, who drew the pink one? The pink one is Sven.
It's
So that's Drekkon saying, guys, something about the jungle is cool. Let's stay here. And the Radiant have literally gone completely the opposite direction. There's a scan on Roche, but interestingly, okay, DoKn was lingered in the circle long enough to maybe think the enemy, trick them into thinking that they're doing Roche, but then he does walk out of it.
I think they're going to catch Oli here.
That would be a good kill. Oh, Ollie's gone Shadow Realm. They know he's there. They just RP him. They're like, we don't care you're in your Shadow Realm. I don't know why there's such a long skewer, but Oli is definitely dead. Another Sinister Gaze. And he's dead, yeah? I mean, you might as well, right? Reverse polarity, 130 seconds, but you're killing their pos too. I'll take it. Good play. Back to farming for the Dire. Radiant are now in the lead, but look how slight the lead is. It's only 2,000 gold. These leads are minuscule.
And it's a very close game, and it's a very low kill game as well.
Barely low
Both sides
kill,
have preferred to just kind of buy their time and farm up, sort of hoping that once
Oh,
they're more farmed, they'll
Jack
be-
has found Drekkon. They're actually going to commit the full Ravage to him. DoKn, he waits with the ult, with the Sinister Gaze, drops his ult. It's bouncing through Drekkon. He's doing a lot of damage though. This is time for Dire to actually get some kills. If they can kill Jack, this is going to be huge. He's doing what he can. Triple kill for Tim.
Wow.
So Tim
what
picks
the
up
hell?
2 end of killing sprees. Tim goes up 1,000 gold for that. He's nearly finished his entire Aghanims from that. I mean, you don't have Belial. You don't have Juggernaut. It was an interesting attempt. They even committed Ravage to kill Drekkon, and Didn't bring him down. Wow.
Yeah, I think they hoped that they could burst them, but Tim was there for the initiation. He got off the epicenter Veil Sandstorm, which is a huge amount of damage. And obviously the thing to remember is this Caustic Finale when you got beefy characters like Tide and Mag, when one of them dies.
Oh yeah, that's the combo, isn't it?
damage.
How much is it? 18% max hero damage, doing another bit of explosion. That's strong. Okay, I mean, that's what the die needed. Now the game has become very even yet again. Unfortunately, Oli just gets picked off, but Oli doesn't really need to be here to carry the game. It's all about the Sven. You saw how much damage he did in that team fight. Oli playing defensive. I mean, Drekkon is the one to watch now. Kind of Drekkon and Jack. I mean, Frawding is still not that far behind. He's only one level behind Drekkon, so he'll have rank 3 Omni soon. Rank 3 Omni is a nice buff, more bonus damage, more duration. Oh, Sinister Gaze, but Tim is ready. Tim's thinking about the stun. Drekkon's gone in, but he's been feared. Decayer doing a lot of stun. There is an RP. There's so much going on. Look at the lit shot just bouncing back and forth in melee range. Drekkon is 1 HP, kept alive by the Grave, but I think he's going to go down too. Tries to kill DoKn, but he can't quite. Good fight for the Radiant. I mean, the superior team fight kind of coming through there. Reverse Polarity was already up. Didn't even have Ravage. Didn't even need it. So unlucky for the Dire. Oh, Oli will find a courier. Of course. Passing a creep wave as well. Actually, doesn't even take the range creep. That's sad. Okay, back in Radiant's favor.
Yeah, 2k swing to the Radiant, but in the grand scheme of things, that was a fight without Sven ult, and now they're going to be in this position for about another minute where they don't have Magnus ult, they don't have Omni, but Sven does have his ult, and all the Dire have their ult, so Dire might want to pick a fight, but the only thing the Radiant have to kind of maybe disengage with for the moment is Ravage.
Well, we've almost got BKB on the Sven as well. Decayer's just going in. Uses the stun. Trying to do some damage into xokn, but Jack was ready. Another Sinister Gaze. Tim, though, he's coming in. But he misses most of his epicenter. Does get a little bit off there. Goes to Ravage, but he still dies. So xokn is gone, even though he's used Ravage. But I think Tim might go down. Oh, do they have enough damage to kill him? Yeah, Jack's here. A lot of damage going out. No, he doesn't actually die. Sven is here. Ult has been popped. God's Strength. He is chopping up Jack. Is he going to find DoKn? Yes, he does. 2 attacks, and he is dead. Okay, another good fight for the Dire. We've engaged fully in Dota tennis. Back again, you know, they win a fight here, win a fight there. Okay, good fight. You only lost Tim, and you got 3 kills. Didn't actually kill either of the cores, so not quite as well as hoped, but you've still got a bit of God's Strength duration. He's going to take that straight into Roche, slapping it with his 500 attack damage. Oh, his sword goes all red. That's really cool. Like the dragon sword, it's like kind of pink.
Yeah, it is cool, and I agree with you. 30 love, and now the Radiant to serve.
Serving for the match.
But the Dire looking to take Roche and stop the ping pong down the middle.
Well, Drekkon's in trouble.
Actually quite low here. Magnus is lurking outside with RP.
They're going to be fine. I mean, Frawding calling GG is the equivalent of like when Djokovic was hitting the tennis ball at the linesman. Just get disqualified. Game over.
Yeah. Straight out of the tournament. Lost all his prize money for that, the Djokovic.
Yeah, well, all his prize money from that tournament. His total prize money is like 400 million. I think he kept most of that.
It gives, sure, it's more of an inconvenience than anything else.
Yeah, more the publicity, I think, than the money for someone as rich as him. This game, again, whenever there's a big team fight, it doesn't change the game a lot. Like, the net worths don't change that drastically. You know, we don't suddenly barrel down mid lane, take racks. We don't really do a lot. Can you really believe that only 1 tier 2 tower has been taken in 30 minutes? I mean, that's how passive this game is. I think it's second Roche. Or was that first Roche?
That was the first.
First Roche. 30-minute first Roche. I mean, this game is just... it's weird. It's like there are fights, but it's kind of passive at the same time.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing to see is that the Sven's obviously got this Aegis, which is going to help him if he gets initiated on and bursted.
There might be a fight breaking out. Jack has just blinked in. They're trying to go on to Sven, but they know Sven has the Aegis. Drekkon's like, nah, I'm out of here. But his team are joining him, though Oli is not. Oli's like, guys, I'm not there. I'm just chilling in the top lane. I'm vibing on these creeps. Oh, they do find Tim. Tim goes a little bit too in, just can't get out. So free kill for the Radiant.
Yeah, when they jumped on Drekkon there, Tim was alongside him, and they just decided that they'll let the Sven go. He's got the Aegis, and they'll pick up the Sanking kill when the sentry eventually arrived.
Yes. Look how tanky Magnus is, by the way. He's got a Daedalus, an Echo Saber, a BKB. Like, he hasn't got a raw health item like a Heart or Scardy or something. 3,400 HP. He's taken a 10 strength talent and a 350 HP talent. So he's a pretty tanky core right now.
Yeah, that combined 3.5 strength gain is
Pretty
gonna be a
big.
beefy core.
Oh, Juggernaut has actually overtaken Sven, not just in net worth, but actually in last hits too. They are neck and neck for both farm and net worth. He's going
It's like
Scardy
the
Juggernaut.
Olympics.
It is. I feel like this game's kind of got that like really high stakes feel to it. Like no one wants to play too aggressive or too risky because they're really desperate to win, like it's some kind of end of a tournament. That's how it kind
Well,
of feels.
the season resets soon, so you know.
Oh yeah, final games of the season. Double or nothing. Double down, yeah. Use your double down. That's what Owen's going to implement next.
Oh
In-house
my
double
God.
down. You can use like one
Jesus.
a month.
Let's pick up the pace, Jack.
So you got to really think when you've got a chance.
That sounds like the perfect recipe for a rage quit.
Yeah, from the in-house
I've
forever.
had one.
That's true. Oh, I've lost the game, right? That's it. See ya.
Sven's picked up a Morbid Mass, but he's now deciding to go in AC. I'm not sure whether his damage is big enough to kind of chop through this Magnus with an AC. I guess he's going for it because if you get that minus armor coming out from the gush, and this Jogomni's you kind of melt, so I can see why he's going for the armor.
AC's a high damage item, and he does need some armor because Sven builds no agi and gets barely any agi gain, so you need to build some armor if you want it. You have to specifically build for it. So I think AC's a good item.
Yeah, and it is quite nice for the Tiny as well.
Yeah, Tiny doesn't have much armor. Tiny has a 4-staff and a Yules. He's looks like an int hero here.
I'd really like to see one of the Dire build Lotus Orb.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Lotus Orb. Good for dispelling things, reflect all of the Lich's spells, dispel Sinister Gaze, dispel Rubik's Lift, Gush.
Stop Omni.
Yes, stop Omni completely from a certain target.
Yeah, it's very good. In fact, Tim is building it, so he's
Oh, he heard
got
us.
that as well.
That's very good. Well done, Tim. Is there going to be a fight here, or will Drekkon just take the tower for free? They're all running in. They've actually got smoke. It's going to kick off. They found Tim. Does Tim know? Look at the range of that Sinister Gaze. They commit the full Omni. This guy is trigger happy. Oh, RP, we found 2. Immediately get to kill Ravage as well. Ollie's going to go down. They have killed 3 heroes. Drekkon is now completely alone. BKB and God Strength used. He's going to try and do what he can. He's got a stun. He actually goes for a stun for someone in the air. Does find a kill, but that's instant buyback. I'm not sure the buyback needed to be used from DoKn, but he's going to use it regardless. xokn is chasing down Decayer. It just gives up. We know that we need to kill Sven. Yeah, that's not going to be enough damage. Look at the Sinister Gaze again from DoKn. And that's going to be a good team fight. These Omni Slashers are quite funny. They won the team fight anyway, but like the first target he sees, he goes, kill! Just presses the R
Well,
button.
you know, kill secured, you know?
I mean, to be honest, it's fine, right? Who am I to judge? They won the team fight and they instantly killed Tim. So, fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I can't judge it. Maybe he's bigger brain than I
His
am.
middle tower is all alone in the world, being attacked.
Like you said, it's not always easy to get it onto Sven, so he's just doing it on whoever he can find.
Has fallen.
So, Radiant have finally built up a lead, the first lead this entire game, and it's only 8,000 gold. But if they can take racks, it's going to be something a little bit more.
Defend itself.
I think what's quite interesting is, as we saw there when Sven turned to hit the Tide and the Jug, didn't actually do a lot of damage to them because, yeah, that God Strength's going to give you 210%.
Oh, Decayer's gone in. Out comes Ollie. No, Ollie gets stunned. He was midway through using his Terrorize, but he gets stunned. Frawding is just spinning around. Have they found Tim? Yep, there's the dust on Tim. A lot of damage coming through from Jack. And Frawding, he just focuses on the tower. So that's Tim killed. Ollie was lined up to use a really, really big Terrorize, but then he got stunned. And there you go. He's got the Aghanims now, so Ollie is just shooting out a little bit of damage, but they are pretty tanky. They also have the healing ward, so just healing through it. And that's going to be the first racks. Decayer throws xokn back, but not that far. Sinister Gaze, just holding Decayer in place. Oli doing quite a lot of damage to DoKn, but it's not quite enough. Look at the range of that stun.
That is
Delete
so, yeah.
XokN. I mean, welcome to Sven, right? You can't even use it. You're just dead.
Honestly,
It is. It's a stupid ability, and I hate it.
Yeah,
Is he going to find the range on Jack? Yes, he is. Goodbye, Jack.
Oh my
Do they have the
God.
damage? Yes, they do. Just about. Another stun? I don't think they know frawding's there. Okay, so return from the dire. They lost their racks, but they found a high value kill. 764 gold for the Sven. He can now afford his assault cuirass. You might want to save for buyback though. Rubik is level 18. Actually, everyone is fairly high level, but 25 on the Magnus, and he went for Empower, Damage plus Cleave, which is not a surprise. Not a surprise this game.
Yeah, that's 100% the right talent to go, especially with that Juggernaut on your team.
Yes, yeah. And just, he's doing so much damage. Well, that's another 24% damage for him and Cleave, so pretty nice.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
mean,
double anymore, it's 75% buff.
It's 75%.
Okay, so
which
not
is like
quite
smash.
double. Not quite double.
That leveler is a huge item for Joke.
21%? Did I do the maths right?
For the Radiant.
I think so. 21% more damage than Cleave.
Quick math.
Anyone else close to 25? Sven's pretty close. What does he get? Way more God Strength damage, another 50%. And Juggernaut gets either Long Omni or more health. I don't know if he needs more health though. He's gone Scardy and he's going Abyssal Blades. He's pretty tanky for a Juggernaut.
Yeah, I don't know if he needs a longer Omni though either. He's just throws it out on the first person he sees.
He might as well go Aghanims, right? Because then you can just Swift Slash someone.
I wonder if that Spell Prism, obviously you're probably going to give it to Dark Weller, which they have. But I just wonder in general, how good an item is it on Sven?
Oh,
Obviously
really
getting
good.
12 stats, which is going to be amplified
I love
by
it.
God Strength.
I love it on cores who are dependent on their ultimates or long cooldown abilities. So Terrorblade, Faceless Void. Who else? I had someone to mind. Lycan can be actually quite good because he's very cooldown dependent. It's a really good core item, Spell Prism. To be honest, I think it's the best item in the game, apart from Witness
That
Shaco.
Stormhammer cooldown would be huge on Sven though. And,
That's true. That's true.
Well, when you got your God Strength up, that's actually giving you 30 something more damage as well.
It's good. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Spell Prism. I think it's the best item after Witness Shaco, but maybe I'm biased because I like the item a little bit too much. It's a good item though. It's a good item. Anyone heard? Witness
Best
Shaco?
tier 4 item in the game.
It is the best tier 4 item in the game, Witness Shaco. I mean, I've actually become more of a fan of Havoc Hammer after seeing like how good the slow is and the knockback. I used to like it a bit. Now I really like Havoc Hammer. But I guess that's because I'm playing more offlaners these days, and it's really good on most of them.
Minotaur Horn can also be a incredibly good
Oh,
item.
fight's going to break out. Decayer, he's walked into the entire enemy team. DoKn, he's quicker on the draw with the Sinister Gaze. Tiny lifted into the air, but out comes the Sanking. A lot of damage from Oli as well. Gets the fear, but Jack's already in the BKB. Out comes the Tidon to roll. There's a Lich Shot. It's doing a lot of damage, bouncing back and forth. Decayer kept alive for a little bit by Brexx, but I think he's still going to go down. No, Decayer actually manages to get out. Oli finds a kill and blinks out to safety. This was a very hectic fight. Drekkon is going to run. So Drekkon stays alive. Actually, the Dire come out ahead, but they did lose Jack. So yeah, Dire win that fight amazingly. I mean, we're going to look at a replay of that because it was so hectic. So much going on at once. It was hard to actually see. BKB's popped halfway through. Here we're going to see the fight just as it starts. So Tiny, he doesn't get the stun off before DoKn manages to catch him. Jack, he does pop his BKB. Even though Timmy's doing a lot of damage, Drekkon comes in. Drekkon does get stunned. I think he ends up having to go back. He's stunned for a very long time. It does manage to make it out. I think Decayer was actually saved by Brexx, even though Brexx did die.
Yeah.
And then Oli does find a couple of kills as well. I mean, what an insanely hectic and chaotic team fight that was.
Incredible
should
thing
be
about
happy.
it as well is Sven managed to not use his BKB, so keeps
Yeah.
his 9-second BKB to use.
I think
Amazing he got out of it.
it would have been a better fight if he did use it, because he was stunned pretty much the entire fight and took a lot of magic damage.
Yes, although a lot of the stun was from RP anyway,
Yeah, true. True.
but
Okay.
certainly a risk not popping it.
It was indeed.
I think the problem for the Radiant there is that the Juggernaut never really turned up and got his Omni off, so they were missing a huge chunk of their damage.
He is 25 now. He actually gone for the he's gone for the health talent and he built Abyssal Blades. He's nearly 4,000 HP on a Juggernaut with 40 armor. I mean, is that a tanky core or what? You don't expect Juggernaut to be that tanky. because
That's
he's usually about
incredibly
Omni.
tanky.
I mean,
He's
that's
just
that's
looked at the
tanky.
Magnus.
Yeah, they're
He's-
competing.
He's inspired. Yeah, he's way tanking than the Magnus. Magnus only has 18 armor. I mean, he is about to build a Solkira, so he's going to get that armor up. Sven's got it, so he's on a decent amount of armor. 33. Not bad, considering that Warcry gives quite a lot as well. 15 armor from Warcry. So up to 48 armor when it's active. Pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for that Satanic now, so that he can, if he is in a situation like the last fight, he can just pop it, hit them a few times, and he'll heal up nicely.
Well, just press Stormhammer after Satanic and full HP.
Yeah, although it is worth noting that the Juggernaut bought a Skadi, so that Satanic heal is going to be less effective.
Yeah, 40%
usually
reduction,
is.
I think we're seeing. Yeah, lifesteal and spell lifesteal by 40%. I don't think it affects... Oh, it does. Heals, health regen, lifesteal, and spell lifesteal. So it's basically everything that makes your health go up, apart from perhaps Essence Ring. But no
I
one's
think
got
if
that.
the Dire see this double damage, though, they're going to force the issue with Sven. Although Decayer is just taking it from under Sven's nose.
He's got a lot of base damage on Tiny, 221. I guess.
He's griefing.
The bonus damage from Grow is actually base damage. That's interesting. Makes it a little bit better.
That is interesting.
Maybe he's going to go for one shot on DoKn. DoKn has been so on point with these Sinister Gazes. Pretty much every single fight he's got like a value one off. Don't know how he does it. Pretty god tier player, to be honest. He is going Lotus Orb. I think Lotus Orb is good for both teams. Did we see anyone building it? Tim actually went for Aeon Disc. I'm not sure.
It's an
That's a
interesting
Sand King item, is it?
switch there. I
Oh,
guess he's
dear.
getting caught in a lot of things like the RP and the Ravage, and he thought, maybe I want a way to survive through this, but I think not having that Lotus Orb, Sven would have really liked that.
We've got 10 ultimates up. The teamfight is starting. Drekkon. He's popped God's Strength. He's ready to go in. He sees the Juggernaut. He actually goes on an illusion. Immediately gets Sinister Gaze. He didn't pop the BKB. Out comes the RP. Omni Slash. It's now gone. xokn. 5-man Ravage. Tim. He's in the Aeon Disc. He's not going to do any damage. That's a big kill. They've already killed Sven. He had God's Strength up. He still didn't use his BKB. Decayer is keeping himself alive with the Ghost Scepter. Jack's got the BKB used as well. There is actually going to be a buyback from Drekkon, but he doesn't have God's Strength. Roche is now going to be taken by the Radiant. I'm not sure what that buyback was for.
Contest Roche, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, Decayer's gone back in, trying to take down DoKn, but he can't quite do it. Frawding now has the Aegis of the Immortal. Doesn't have his Omni Slash, though. Tim, he misses the stun because there was a Yules. I'm not sure who the Yules was. May have been Decayer. Oh, look at the damage from Oli, though. Just orbital nukes coming in. Decayer finds the stun, doesn't have anyone to toss back to. Gets lifted. That's a long cast range from Rubik, wow. Wait, how many Lotus Orbs do they have? I mean, Rubik's got one. Lich is trying to build one. Didn't realise both supports are building Lotus Orbs.
Yeah, very good for that Stormhammer. It's going to...
Yeah.
obviously, you can dispel it on someone, but also if you use it on them just before the Stormhammer hits, Sven's going to stun himself, and therefore you're kind of quite safe. I've also noticed that Tide is building a Shivas, so this... I mean, it's a while off now, but once the Sven gets his Satanic, that combination of the Skadi and the Shivas means you're not really going to see the Sven go from
I think
0
another
to 100
fight
health.
is actually going to break out. 15 seconds for God's Strength. Oh, this is doing a lot of damage. It's not quite enough. Jack finds him. Great play. Oh, look at the stuns that are coming in. Everyone is stunned. We don't have any ultimates. This is a really interesting fight. It's under the tower of the Radiant, though. Oli just doing so much damage from range. Got to be careful. Yeah, he blinks out. Blinks out in the Shadow Realm. He's got a Moonshard now. So he's gone for a lot of damage. Frawding's going to spin off the Poison Touch debuff. And Drekkon still didn't use his BKB in the fight. So he got Sinister Gaze pretty much instantly after he went in. This just... Honestly, DoKn has played so well on this Lich. He's had massive ults, good Sinister Gazes, and Frost Shield on the correct target. So, like, early game, my MVP was Decayer. I think now it's swapped to DoKn
Yeah, DoKn has been playing well, but
for the mid game.
Drekkon has to start using this BKB when he goes in with that initial Stormhammer. It's cost him a few times in the past few fights.
Yeah.
He was getting away with it before, but as we saw there, he just got evaporated. I mean, he's only used it once this game, and I think in the past 15 minutes, we haven't really seen it being used. So
We hit a 5-man Ravage as well. Decayer's been found. Sinister Gaze, lift from Rubik. Rubik's also stolen the stun, but he's fairly tanky, Decayer. In fact, they have no way to break the Glimmer Cape. Decayer just lobs Jack away and into a 3-man Avalanche and a Blink. Wow, that's really, really solid Tiny play there. I love the toss into Avalanche, so you can guarantee a big Avalanche. Brexx actually dodges the Gust. Gush, rather, using the Glimmer Cape, but he's going to be brought down.
That crit.
Yeah, goodbye. Dazzle has almost been like, I've not really noticed him in the fights because his positioning is so good, and he's got the Ethelins, that I see the Shallow Grave go on and I go, oh yeah, Brexx is in the game.
And a telescope.
And the telescope, wow.
And
He
the
has
gas range talent.
Okay. So I see the Shallow Grave go on. I can't even see Brexx because he's that far away. He's really good positioning this
He's
game.
just sat on the edge of the fountain, shallow graving down the lane.
Yeah, global Shallow Grave. Okay, the Radiant, they're just like, well, we're going to hit your tower. What are you going to do about it? Oh, we're going to glyph. Okay, fine. Oh, we're going to glyph as well. Aggressive glyph. Look at Oli, loves using that damage. Even onto someone with pipe, it can still do quite a lot of damage to him. But they're still going for the tower. I mean, they've got the Aegis. They've got Butterfly on the Juggernaut. I mean, he is really farmed. Oh, Oli found a kill. Oli took... Wait, what? I did not pay attention to that. Oli actually found a kill on Jack. I mean, they have taken a tier 3 tower, but they just lost Jack. That is not ideal. Whoa, don't underestimate the late game Dark Willow with the 110 attack speed talent and the 50 damage talent. I mean, those are some good talents, right? Solid damage there.
It's very good, and that's going to put a big dent in the push of the Radiant. And if they're not careful, the Dire might force a fight they really don't want to take.
I like Butterfly and Juggernaut because you can dodge some Shadow Realm attacks. At least I think you can.
Yes, you can. Not only can you dodge that, but you can...
Oh, he lost his...
lost his Eagle Song.
He just lost his Eagle Song. Wait, Decayer lost his Eagle Song. Oh, out comes the ult from xokn. Was that... Yeah, obviously Omnislash was used. Because why not? xokn, he was on 1 HP and he ate the cheese from literally 1 health, but Drekkon is still here. He's doing a lot of damage. There is a buyback from DoKn. We are going on to the Juggernaut. Do we have the damage to kill him? Yes, with Oli we do. Tim commits his ult too, just in case. And now Drekkon is ready. But Frawding, he gets the spin in time. xokn, he uses the Glimmer, as well as uses the Kraken Shell. Nice stun from Tim. They're going to get 2 more kills. That's actually a buyback from DoKn. This is a really good fight from the Dire. Wow, I'm surprised. I mean, you can't underestimate the Sven. And even the Dark Willow, so much damage. I mean, you forget that she's actually a core, right? And it really feels like it.
I think the Dark Willow is actually the black horse coming in big for the Dire team here, because whilst they are distracted from Sven, that's a huge amount of damage coming out. I mean, what's your attack speed? 0.28, 4 hits a second at the end. You're putting out 1.3k damage every second.
Could this game be a little bit less close, to be honest? Like, honestly, it's 29 to 27. Only 4k gold difference. Both teams are winning fights consistently. Like, okay, Radiant win a fight, but then Dire win a fight, then Radiant win a fight, then Dire. We're on your base? Oh, no, you're on our base. Oh, no, we're on your base. Oh, we're at Roche. We're fighting at Roche. I mean, no team has had a lead of, what, greater than just about a 10k gold lead for 1 point in the Radiant, but now it's down back to 4k. Actually, no, it's more than that. I don't know why the number hasn't updated. It's about 7.5k gold. But when the net worth is nearly 100k, does that really matter? It's basically even. It's even apart from 1 lane of Brexx.
Yeah, in the grand scale of things, it's not going to make that much of a difference. And this is this is an interesting technique from Jack S getting stuck on the cliff and using a TP to save himself.
Could have waited, but okay.
Best thing is the Dire had a perfect observer board to watch that.
Wow, this is a really, really good game. I mean, I just still feel like Frawding needs to wait with his Omnislash. He literally saw Decayer pos 4 tiny and was like, yep. I just immediately slammed his button. I think he's just got one massive R button in the middle of his keyboard. And he just presses his like entire palm on it. And then that's how he team fights.
Yeah, you can compare him to an excited puppy, can't you? He sees the first person, he just runs at them and
Omnislash! Bam. Yeah, I mean, he should get an axe, right? I would have thought a player like him would have got an axe.
Well, yeah, at least then he could throw out the axe at the first person he sees, and I'd 100% agree, and it's probably what he's going to go next, actually. He doesn't really have any slots for anything else. Sven is going for the MKB now for this Butterfly.
Yep. Has to be done.
Which is a good move, actually, because not only are you addressing the issue of the Jugs Butterfly, you're addressing the Halberd evasion coming out from the Tide.
True, and you do like to go on the Tide. Oh, we've got the double smoke, or not, no, Ninja Gear from Tiny, but full smoke from the Radiant. They are just going to miss each other. They couldn't see each other. Okay, Decayer and xokn, they've now encountered each other, the 2 big boys. Ooh, Decayer's used his blink to group up. Out comes the Abyssal Blade from Jug, immediately kills Decayer. And now they picked up Oli, but Oli is in Shadow Realm. Look at Jack. He just deletes
Oh my
Brexx. Like 3
God.
auto attacks, 2 buybacks from the Dire straight away. We've used the BKB and the ult from Sven. That is a problem. I mean, this God Strength is up for a fair bit longer. But if they saw that popped, that's a really good time for them to force a fight now. Because you know that they've used 2 buybacks. The entire Radiant team are buyback apart from DoKn. And you know there's no God Strength.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think the Radiant
the
might
range
wait
creeps
for
here.
this Roche though. They've got a courier sat in there, and I mean we can see it's not up for a little bit longer, but
1 minute.
yeah. But
Look at the range creep army in top. There were like 8 range creeps there. Tim's going to get a lot of gold from that. Like 400 gold instantly.
Yeah, and he's finally going back for that Lotus that we talked about earlier.
He is. I mean, Sven's getting pretty close to level 30. And level 30 is amazing on Sven. You get so many good stats and an extra whole second of stun on Stormhammer, which is a really
it's
nice
huge.
talent.
I
Yeah.
mean, movement speed, lifesteal, Stormhammer, stun duration. The only talent you maybe don't care that much about is the mana regen, but
Radiant's bottom tower
3
is
out of
under
4
attack.
extra talents that's good going. Yeah, some heroes you hit level 30 and you think, could have kind of done without these.
Yeah, I think Ollie's going to find that a little bit. When he gets to 30, no one really cares. It won't affect him at all. Okay, now the Radiant are starting to take the tower. They've taken all the tier 3 towers on the map now.
Tower has fallen.
Frawding
DoKn nearly
actually-
died to the Willow Shadow Realm.
Oh yeah. You've got to be careful. That's why the Glimmer Capes are good. Give you that magic resist and hide from Ollie. From his
Exactly.
terror. Can you see the gold graph? Yes, you can.
Oh my
Ollie's got
god,
a
that
Hex as well.
Barrack is just...
Top barracks have fallen.
Yeah, Barak is dead. Oh, Decayer. He actually throws Frawding back. Frawding immediately goes into the Abyssal Blade, trying to kill Decayer. Did he? Did he actually Omni Decayer?
Yeah, he
Oh
did
my
full
god.
Omni.
A full Omni.
I feel like if he likes to be trigger happy on with his ult, he should get an axe and do
I mean,
like,
we've been saying that the entire game, honestly. Like, he just sees someone and he presses Omni. I don't know if he's made it a meme now and, like, he's actually laughing with his team, but, like... What MMR is Frawding? Divine 1?
he's Divine 1, he's Divine 1.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah.
his Omnis are hilarious. I mean, it's good value for the stream. He sees a pos 5, he's like, yep, presses the button.
Kill's a kill.
Yeah, kills a kill. I mean, he can afford the whole Aghanims, right, with the Blessing.
Oh yeah, you can. I think what's fascinating though about this high ground push you're seeing from the Radiant is that the Lotus Orb on both the Rubik and the Lich, you nearly have 100% uptime on this Lotus Orb jug hitting your barracks, so it's so tanky you can't really burst him.
I mean, how tanky is he now? 3,700. He's not got the Illusionist cape in, he's actually holding the Leveler. What was sent in?
let's see.
Jeevers? Scythe on a Magnus. Is that what I saw?
Yeah,
I did.
no, you just
Wow.
saw that correctly. That's in his backpack.
Ooh,
That's
why would you not get Abyssal Blade when you're playing a full core build Magnus? He's like, nope, what I needed was Scythe of
very
Ice.
good question.
That's
That
does
with
have
Princess
this.
Knife as well.
Okay, I guess that's a lot of crowd control. If you just want raw crowd control, then Scythe is 3.5 seconds. He's got Refresher Shard, which, you know, on Magnus is ridiculous. All he needs to do is double ult the Sven and the team fight is won. Just straight up one. And what can you do?
Trigger finger frauding.
I mean, it's honestly true. He just presses R no matter what. What's in this Roche?
It was Refresher Shard.
Refresher
That was
Shard.
the date that's on the Magnus.
Yeah. So he's ready
He's
to go.
ready for the Refresher BKB verse Polarity Hex.
Oh.
Jug's just bought an Ag's Blessing. It's on his way.
I mean, Ollie has just bought Divine Rapier though. That is the real big.
Has he?
difference.
Whoa! I didn't see that. 330 damage. This is a hero who almost had no damage whatsoever. He's already gone full attack speed. Attack speed talent. He's eaten his Moonshard. So he did lose a bit of attack speed from it. But
I saw
okay.
last fight he queued it up and I kind of raised an eyebrow and was like, not quite sure whether he'll actually follow through with that, but he has indeed. In fact, he's bought out for it.
And like Nat
so
says,
he
it's the
doesn't
True
even have
Strike as
buyback.
well. The True Strike will go through the Butterfly.
Yeah, the True Strike's going to be absolutely massive.
Okay.
Because that's what's giving the Jug so much HP against it.
I'm excited for this. Should be a good fight. I mean, 20k gold lead now on the Radiant, but it's still there's still a chance for the Dire to win a fight. I'm looking forward to them not realizing how strong Ollie is. He's actually, I think he's hidden the rapier because look, he's actually hiding. But But we've got double RP, so if we can RP Oli, we just instantly win, right? Alright, here's Oli. He's doing his attacks. Okay, it hits a little bit. We do have the Ag's Blessing up on the Jug, so he's ready with the Swift Slash. I mean, this is the last barrack left. So all they really need to do is run in with the Aegis and take it, and the game's over. So I think, actually, yeah, here it is. Lotus Orb. Spin. Attack. And, no, backs off. Okay, Jack. He's found someone with the Scythe. Sven, though, he pops his BKB, but look, he's being torn apart by the Omni Slash. Really good Omni Slash. There is a buyback. Out comes the... Oh, it hits everybody. That xokn ult. And then Frawding, he's in with the Abyssal Blade. Nice stun from Drekkon, but he doesn't have his ult, so he's not doing enough damage. There's the Aegis popped. Jack, he's still got Refresher. Use Refresher. Another RP. Gets a 3-man RP after the 2-man RP. Uses his Hex again. Swift Slash from Frawding. And now everyone is dead. Buybacks are gone. There is a Rapier, but I think Oli's going to go down. They'll pick up the Rapier. And now it is truly a GG.
Wait, who's got it?
I don't know.
Joke.
No,
Tidehunter.
Tide.
Tidehunter. Woo. That was a pretty awesome game. They got 8,000 gold and 26k XP from the last fight. That's a lot of XP.
That was indeed. And actually, the MVP of that final fight was Krakenshell. Because Oli threw in that ult on the initiation when Sven was trapped and the Sand King was trapped, and it hit the Tide just before he could Ravage. But then he took just enough damage from Sandstorm to purge it, and then he immediately Ravaged, kept everyone in, and just allowed the Radiant to collapse in and kill that front line. Without that Krakenshell, that entire fight would have gone a different way, as Oli would have been able to pick off one of those core heroes.
Well, there you go. I mean, it's a good ability. They had 3 Blink Daggers on the Radiant. They had great engage and team fight. Unfortunately, Drekkon, he went in, he popped his BKB, he ulted, and he was hit by a full Omni Slash. And that's exactly why Juggernaut is good against Sven. If you're Omniing the Sven, and he doesn't have his stun to get away, what can he do? Just run around? He can't. Maybe he could get a Manta on Sven? I don't know. There's no easy solution for Sven, basically. Not against Juggernaut.
The biggest issue Sven had is that he didn't have the burst damage he needed, and Sven is a very burst damage hero. In a way, I think Sven needed just a Daedalus or something to just carve through them a bit quicker in that Stormhammer stun duration, because that is the duration you have to actually beat on them and apply that damage is just after that Stormhammer stun goes in. So it's a rough one because he needed that armor and he needed the AC and he needed the MKB to avoid the evasion, but doing so means he just didn't have that potential Daedalus crit that's going to really secure you those kills in the initial burst.
Yes, I agree with you there. I wouldn't want to see a 6-slot Sven build that doesn't include a Daedalus, because the potential from God's Strength, which is not a crit, it's a 260% base damage increase, and then you throw a crit on top. You can crit over 1,000 easily, and he didn't have that. So I feel like he was missing out there. But, you know, it was a really good game. It was really close. The Radiant did have the lead for most of the game, but it was very, very small. And 10k gold lead at 50 minutes is basically nothing. But then, obviously, there was that one final deciding fight. They did have the Aegis. They did have the Refresher Shard. They had the Cheese. So they were a little bit more, better equipped. But then Oli had the Divine Rapier. And you can see his net worth take a little bit of a dive as he drops it. So, he really came back on that Dark Willow. He had a great start. Decayer had a really good start. I was very impressed with his play. But I think DoKn, I think Decayer I was most impressed with early game. And then in the late game, it was DoKn. But of course, Jack did well, and so did most of the Radiant team. Frawding, he was an interesting Jug player. He still got the job done, ulting the first target he saw under any circumstance. But maybe that was the right play. Who knows?